Oftentimes, we don't look inwards regarding money, and we are not actually considering that there are a lot of factors that affect our ability to make money. There are a lot of things that influence your ability to make money in this modern time, in 2023. Here are 7 things you absolutely need to know about making money. Number 1 is that you are paid according to your perceived value. It's the value that you bring to the world. That is what you are paid in accordance to. On your job right now, there is a certain amount that you are paid every week, every month, yearly. Maybe you're earning $65,000, maybe you're earning 75 or even less, 50, 35, even some people. This pay is not determined just by your self-worth. It's determined by how your employer perceives you, the worth that your employer puts on you. They are never going to pay you much more than what they perceive you to be worth. I know you are absolutely worth more than what they are paying you right now, but is that what you also want to settle for? Are you going to allow people to determine your own self-worth? What you bring to the table is what you need to work on. What your abilities and your skills are definitely the things you need to emphasize on, the things you need to build. Because if you do not do that, you are going to continue earning what your employer or what anyone else perceives you to be what. Even musicians right now, they go on tour, they release music, they do a lot of things, and they are earning millions of dollars. That's because the world perceives them to be worth that. CEOs, the world perceives them to be worth earning $13 million in a year. You right now are earning $40,000 a year. That is your perceived value. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the person who is paying you that money is paying you according to your value, the way they perceive you. So how do you work on your perceived value? How do you package yourself a little bit more so that people can actually see the value that you bring? Learn a new skill, gain a new certification. Even there's a chance or the probability or the opportunity actually for you to switch employer, or find any other way to make more money, to render a service out there. Businesses are only concerned about their own profit, about what they have to gain from you. Think of footballers. Recently, football club in Saudi Arabia offered Kylian Mbappe, that plays for PSG, $776 million for a year, for a contract of a year. That's insane. But that's not only because Mbappe plays football, because they just want him to play football for them. No, it's because what Mbappe brings to Saudi Arabia, he brings a lot more things, publicity, a lot more exposure to the league. He's going to cause them to sell a lot of jerseys and all that, like for their football club. Mbappe is bringing so much more to them that they don't care about how much they are giving him. It's no longer about the money for them, because they know they will make much more than that. They are not thinking, oh, how are we paying one person this amount of money? They are just thinking to themselves, this one person is going to make us so much more money. He's going to make us so much more millions of dollars than what we are giving him. This is a fraction of what we can earn from this guy. And that's exactly why they don't mind parting away with that amount of money to a football. What kind of service do you want to render? How do you want to position yourself so that you can actually earn this much, so that you can actually earn a lot more money than what you're earning right now? What do you want to offer to the world? Look within you. There are so many things you can do. There are so many things you can begin to brush up yourself on, especially if you're a Gen Z, millennial, whatever you are. There are so many things you can actually start working on right now that will position you to earn a lot more money. You are paid according to your perceived value. The second thing you absolutely need to know about making money is that you have to play to your strength rather than your weaknesses. Guys, I can't overemphasize this. The concentration, how people end up saying, work on your weakness, that's absolutely true. But another thing you have to work on is also your strength. Do not disregard your strength. I know you can say, oh, this is my weakness, I have to focus on it. Not always. You have to also work on your strength. Work on improving whatever it is that you are already good at. You are good at editing right now. You can work and work better, get better, sharpen yourself at editing videos and put yourself out there where you're even making a lot more money as an editor. You can get better at photography and put yourself out there where you're even taking photographs of high income celebrities and all that, because your strength is what is going to make you money. Your strength is absolutely what's going to make you money and not your weakness. For instance, myself, right? I do not have the ability to cook efficiently. Some people are absolutely skilled at cooking. They cook anything for you, man. You taste it, you're just gonna like gush over it, because that's their strength. They are skilled, they are gifted with it. You can get better at making other meals, at making your own combinations, coming up with your own recipes, marketing it to different companies and different restaurants. You can get better at that instead of thinking, oh, let me go get better at editing. When maybe you're not good at editing, that's not even an interest that you have. Concentrate on your strength. Do not disregard the importance of building your strength. What are you good at right now? What is it that you can say, I'm absolutely great at doing this. I have the ability to do this thing, to grow in this path, in this way. Focus on that. Have your mind focused on that. Learn and learn. Read a lot of things. Watch videos that will refine you, that will sharpen you in your strength. The third thing you absolutely need to know about making money is that following the conventional path would only lead to conventional outcome. Guys, how many of you have been told, go to school, get a job, get married, settle down, and have your kids and live your life and just work for another person for the rest of your life? If you follow a preset way, if you follow the conventional way, the way that everyone knows, the way that everyone is used to, you cannot produce a different result from anyone else. Many of the rich people that you see, they did not follow the conventional way. They did absolutely something different to earn a lot more money than they are earning right now. How do you expect to do the same thing all over and all over again and produce a different result? If you do not pivot, if you do not change your path, if you do not take another route, there's absolutely no way you're going to grow. There's absolutely no way you're going to separate yourself from everyone else. Do something that is absolutely different from what everyone else knows, from what everyone else is doing. That is what will set you free. What is it that you are good at that people are telling you, oh, don't go there, don't do that, because it's not what we know. It's not what we are used to. It's not what you were taught. It's not what the family is exposed to. This is what's limiting you right now. You are so concentrated on just pleasing people and following a path that is already set, when your innate spirit, when your mind, your being, your soul is calling you to a greater space, is calling you to a greater calling, is calling you to offer yourself, to render service in a different way that is not what people are already doing, that is not what everyone else is used to. Everyone else is going to school, everyone else is getting a job, everyone else is getting married. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those. I'm just saying that if you decide to settle just like anyone else, do not expect that there's going to be a different result for you. Do not expect that the universe is going to reward you differently, because you're only rewarded according to your value. You're only rewarded according to what you're doing. If you want to take a separate path, I'm speaking to you that your mind, your spirit right now is calling you to something that is different, to a different path, to a greater calling, to a path that may be rough, but it's going to lead you. You're going to come out more refined and you're going to come out more liberated. You're going to come out like financially free. If your mind is calling you to an unconventional path, you must honor that path. You must embrace that path. I know it's not always that easy. I know it's not always that comfortable or that easy to just embrace the unconventional path, the path that everyone is going to question you, everyone's going to ask you, what are you doing, what are you up to? You don't need to answer to any of that. What do you need to answer to first? God and your spirit. You have to answer to your spirit. Your spirit is calling you to a greater space, to a different calling. You must answer to that. If you're just going to follow the path that everyone else is following and make it easy for you, then your spirit is going to keep dying and you're just going to remain a mediocre. Another thing you absolutely need to know about making money is that networking and building relationships can boost your earning potential. Guys, do not disregard the importance of building relationships with people. This is absolutely important. You do not know who's going to connect you. You do not know who's going to, lead you to somebody else who can also help you. There are definitely destiny helpers that exist. They absolutely exist. Do not disregard the importance of networking and making friends with people. Wherever you find yourself, use that opportunity to meet somebody. Use that opportunity to start a conversation with somebody. I know in a country like this, everyone is living an individualistic life. Everyone is just living their own separate life and not interacting with people. Even when you try to engage with people on the bus or on the train or, while commuting, they're just going to keep a straight face. They're not going to talk to you. They'll probably look at you as somebody who is something wrong with you? Like, why are you talking to me? It's just the country. It's Canada and generally the Western world. But if you get any opportunity, any chance at all, any slightest opportunity to speak with somebody and connect with somebody, take that opportunity, especially if you know this is an opportunity that could be monumental for you, that could be pivotal for you. Absolutely do not disregard the importance of networking with people. In your company, there are people outside your department that you can start networking with, that you can talk to. When you apply to a job, look for the recruiter, look for the hiring manager, connect with them, speak with them, send them an email. Like, I applied to this requisition, I applied to this job. I just want to show you and tell you that I, declare my interest in this position. I do have this skill and this certification, which can help, in making me a better candidate, in making me a better person at executing this role. Look for any of those sort of opportunities and connect with people. This can be pivoting for you. This can literally change your life. You could be on your way to earning a lot more money. There are many rich people who gained their wealth through networking, and a closed mouth is a closed destiny. If you do not open your mouth and speak, then your destiny, the chances your destiny will remain short a bit, are magnified instantly. Guys, one huge thing you absolutely need to know about making money is that you have to be able to demonstrate your ability to solve complex problems. We spoke on the initial point of refining your skill. This will lead you to having that ability to solve complex issues. There are complex issues around us. The person who invented scooters, for instance, that's a huge invention because now people are buying that, people are embracing that, and they are not using their vehicle anymore. Especially if you live in the urban areas like downtown and all that, you don't necessarily need a car. That's a good invention. The person who invented Uber, the person who invented Airbnb, the person who invented this microphone that I'm using, these are complex issues that people stepped in to solve and therefore put them in a position to earn a lot more money. Demonstrate your ability to solve complex issues. You may know, but you also need to put yourself out there. You can know something, that's all right. But how does the world know that you know? How does anyone else know that you know? I know you're shy. I know you're not feeling up to it at times. I know, you're a little bit reserved and you're not, I don't want to put myself out there. I don't know what people are going to say. I don't know who's going to criticize me. I don't know who's going to talk at my back. I don't know what people will think of me. There are so many other people out there who can do this thing better than me. So why me? Why me? Yes, it's you. You have your own niche. You have your own audience. You have people that are waiting for you to manifest, to show yourself. You have people that are absolutely waiting on you right now to manifest yourself. Put yourself out there a bit where you are rendering the skill that you already learned, where you are trying to solve a complex thing, a complex situation. Even at work, there are times that there will be a need for somebody to volunteer or render themselves out there to, be a part of a project or solve something. Or you can even identify the issue. You can even identify some issues, note it down, and identify the solution. You don't just identify a problem without a solution. What is your proposed solution? Doesn't mean that that's what's going to be done, but you propose your solution and you bring it up to your management. This is absolutely something that can put you out there and get you a promotion or get you even more money. I'm not just speaking about work, I'm also speaking to real life. If you identify a problem right now around you, there are so many problems, even in Canada. There are so many problems in the world. There are so many problems around you right now. There is always a way to make one's life more efficient. With the new technologies and AI taking over, there are so many other things that you can begin to leverage to solve complex problems out there. Guys, another thing you absolutely need to know about making money is that you have to specialize in a niche that has a prospect for you to make money. You must specialize. There are doctors and there are neurosurgeons. There are people who work in information technology and IT, but they specialize in what? They specialize in cybersecurity. You can niche and niche and niche down to the point that you are so sought after. This is absolutely one thing that can help you make more money. The ability to learn more skill and niche and narrow down to the point that you are able to position yourself to make more money. You are a sought after commodity. You are almost indispensable, almost irreplaceable, because the skill that you have is sought after. People are looking for you. This is one way you can reverse the conventional method of doing things. You are not going to be out there now looking for money. Money is going to be looking for you because you are positioning yourself to attract money. You are positioning yourself where people are looking for you. Do you know how many people are turning down money? Do you know how many celebrities or how many people, even let's not go that far, who are saying no to certain opportunities because they are so sought after? They decline one and they have to honor the other. They even decline some opportunities not because of money, because those opportunities pay more money, but they decline it for their reputation. They decline it for so many other things because they've reached a point where money is no longer the problem. Money is no longer the issue. Are you dreaming and envisioning of that day when money doesn't become an issue for you anymore? When money is not the problem for you anymore? When money is not a challenge anymore? You can easily access money. You can easily access the funds that you need to be better, to do whatever it is that you want to solve. Take care of your family. This is a dream for a lot of people. And that dream can come to pass if you believe, if you go and niche yourself and learn a particular skill that is sought after, but there are so few. It's sought after, but you are so specialized in it. You have mastered this. It's better you are a master of something than a jack of all trade. We used to say that a lot of times, jack of all trade and master of none. It's better you master something than know a lot of things. You don't need to know everything in this world. You don't need to be familiar with every single thing. Just be familiar with one thing, know it and know it very well. Guys, the last thing I'm going to tell you today about knowledge of making money and earning more money in this world that we live in right now is for you to build a personal brand. What would people identify you with? If I go on the internet right now and I search the name Stephen Graham, for instance, I know this guy deals with finance. He's a finance YouTuber. If I go and search for LeBron James, I know this guy is a basketballer and he's built his brand around him. He's built a lot of reputation around that name. You too can build a personal brand. You too can build something around you that people identify you with. Maybe you're thinking to yourself that, hey, like I come from a very humble background. I'm nobody. Well, many of those people were too. Many of those people started from nowhere. You have to first believe. You have to first believe that you have the ability, you have the capacity to do this, that you can do this with the backing of God. You can do this. It doesn't matter the little steps that you're taking right now. They will get you somewhere tomorrow. Do not be afraid. He is with you. You have to believe and keep going. You're going to get better. You're going to get better at whatever it is that you're doing. And you're going to build a personal brand around you where people can identify, where people can come for you, where people can seek you out. That personal brand, what does anyone who come in contact with you know you for? Right now, if you can't answer that question, then you don't have a personal branding, or at least you haven't even started the journey. If you cannot answer the question of, if someone meets me, how do I introduce myself to them? What do I tell them that I am? Who do I tell them that I am? What do I tell them that I do? Your job doesn't define you. What does your spirit want you to do? What does your heart want you to do? What do you want to render yourself out there truly that you want to be? What is it that you absolutely want to answer tomorrow, that in 50 years time, in 40 years time, in 60 years time, depending on how old you are, you can tell yourself that I honored my spirit, I honored my heart, I honored my calling, I honored that which God put in me to do, and not just slaving away every single day for somebody, and not just slaving away every single day doing things that I didn't like. Guys, this is all I have for you. My name is IK. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you do like the video though, just go ahead, click the like button, click the subscribe button as well. I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much.